The Fnaf 2 trailer has just been released. The movie has been confirmed to be releasing on the 5th of December. And I'm going to give you guys a little breakdown of what we see in the trailer, the Easter eggs that I've noticed, and yeah, let me know if I've missed any. But this is going to be a little breakdown for you guys. The trailer opens with like a group of paranormal investigators heading towards the old Fazbear restaurant. It's not the franchise one, as they say in the trailer. It's the one that was built in the past that was shut down because of a little girl dying, which, just like in the FNAF 2 game, is potentially the little girl dying being Henry Emily's daughter that possesses the puppet, which I think is really cool that they're finally adapting that sort of thing. On the fact of Henry Emily, they have also announced who is going to be playing him, which is Skeet Ulrich. He played Billy Loomis in the 1996 Scream, and I'm so hyped. Skeet Ulrich is an amazing actor, and it is going to be so cool seeing him and Matthew Lillard potentially in some scenes together. A reuniting of Scream, some say. The two killers, now the two main people behind Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria. I think that is so cool that they've managed to get him in for that. And yeah, for the Scream fans like myself, I also think that is another good thing. In the opening scene with the paranormal investigators, one of them is McKenna Grace, who is obviously famous for Young Sheldon, Ghostbusters, Gifted, and Annabelle. Very talented actress, and looking forward to seeing her role in the film, see how that plays out. Obviously, Mike, Abby, and Vanessa are all going to return in this film as you see them in the trailer, but I'll get to that in a little bit. At first, when they walk through, you see the Balloon Boy statue, which I don't think is the actual Balloon Boy. I think that is just a statue of him. It doesn't look, it looks more wooden than animatronic-y, but you do see a scene closer to the end of the trailer that could reveal a bit of Balloon Boy, which I will get to. In the trailer, every single animatronic has been revealed for the film, I believe. You see brief scenes of the marionette, and that is just so awesome. You see the giant music box in which they come out of, which I think is really awesome. You also see Withered Chica, Withered Foxy, Withered Bonnie, and you see 3 toy animatronics as well. So you see Bonnie, Freddie, and Chica of those under wrapping sort of thing. You do get a closer look at Freddie and Chica as you see Freddie at FazFest, which is a big change from the games, which I'll also talk about. And you see a scene of Chica where the powering up sound, it sounds awesome, I think, as well. Mike and Abby obviously shown, and it shows that Abby seemed to missing her friends from the first film and seems to be communicating with them via the Freddy toy, and she's also building these little modules and own animatronics of the puppets. You see a really cool looking Chica, and yeah, she misses her friends and makes her own toys, which is another interesting concept. And you see later in the trailer that Freddy speaks to her and tells her to help them, and I imagine that'll be a big plot in the film. You see a few shots of Vanessa, and in one of the shots she is on what looks to be a date or a meal with Mike. In the other 2 shots you can see she is in some sort of danger because you see the puppet in the background of 2 shots. You see a full picture of the puppet in the background of one, but you can obviously see the puppet sneaking up behind her. You can also see one where it's just the hands of the puppet right above her, which I think looks awesome. Another animatronic that has been shown is you see a split-second scene of Mangle on top of a car, which represents that the animatronics are going to leave the restaurant. You also see Boy Freddy outside in FazFest, which I will talk about my opinions on just in a second, but I found that really interesting because just like in the first film, the animatronics seem to leave the restaurant, but I think they're doing it in a different way this time. I think by the look of the trailer, I think it might work a bit better. Another awesome concept is Mike shines the light on the mask of Freddy, which is also like the FNAF 2 game in which you can wear it, making you safe, and at first he sort of belittles it and is like, this surely can't work, but then you see him putting it on when Withered Chica appears, which I think is going to be very interesting. You also see that Vanessa is suffering PTSD, seeing a lot of visions of Springtrap, and yeah, that seems like another one as well. The Springtrap that is haunting her looks like Withered, so yeah, but there is plenty of shots of the non-Withered Springtrap, William Afton obviously in that suit, in the early days of Fazbear Pizzeria. One of the big changes from the games is they have made this thing called FazFest. Like in the events of the first film, those events have become like a folklore legend, and this festival is inspired by it, so it's quite similar to Scream in a sense, because it's like the Stab films. It's become a legend and they've made a festival about it, which I think is really realistic, something that I am just a big fan of by the looks of the trailer, and I'm looking forward to this film significantly more than I was looking forward to the first one. I think that it can be a heavy improvement based on what the trailer is showing. It looks like a lot of fun and a lot more scares, and some of the animatronics actually look terrifying. Like Withered Bonnie looks amazing, like amazingly horrific, and yeah, so that is my breakdown of all the Easter eggs that I spotted in the trailer. Please comment if you saw any more, and I'll see you guys later.